Hello beautiful angels, it's Teza. So today we're going to start our first week of our Akashic Records Level 1 course. And we're always going to start with a meditation. So we're going to do the invocation of Ascended Masters, the Archangels and Angels, and attuning you to the Akashic fields and opening our records with the Lords of the Akashic. Thank you. Okay, so get into your meditation position. Close your eyes, and I have my sacral chakra crystal ball here. It's really beautiful vibration, and it's also sound healing is really amazing. So if you have time to go for sound healing, which is probably available in your city, so check it out for to increase your vibration. Sound healing. Okay, close your eyes. Take some deep breaths, inhale and exhale. Let go of any tensions of the day, any worries or concerns. Let go and be here now. Focus on your breath. Relax into your body. As we gather here today, we call forth the Ascended Masters, Melchizedek, and the Great White Brotherhood of Light for support and guidance. Feel their presence. For Saint Germain and the violet flame. Envision the violet flame around us. To transmute all energy that is not of light, releasing any fear, blockages, unconscious negative beliefs, karma, bondages, contracts, agreements, any entities and souls that are not serving our highest good. We ask these energies to go back to the source of love and light. Call forth our spiritual teams and guides, our loved ones, our ancestors from other dimensions, to create a safe and sacred space for our healing. Benevolent beings of light, the Pleiadians, Arcturians, Sirians, Orions, Vulcans, Andromedans, to assist us in increasing our vibrations of light and love. We call forth our higher selves, our body Deva spirit higher selves in the energy fields, to fully open and receive these angels' light attunements coming from the diamond portal of the angels' realm. Envision this diamond portal in the heavens with Archangel Michael and the blue ray attuning us to this beautiful template of the diamond we ask for protection. And we ask Archangel Michael to cut any cords of attachments from people, places, and things that are not serving our highest good. Feel that around your throat chakra, clearing and releasing any energies that is not needed right here, right now. To be able to speak our truth, align our mind and our hearts, speak our authentic self, our true essence. Thank you, Archangel Michael. We call forth Archangel Raphael and the green light. Envision the green light around us for healing of our body, mind, heart, spirit, and soul. In its cellular level of consciousness and memories. And we ask the sacred geometrical form of Merkaba to activate and recalibrate our DNA into our multidimensional selves. Activating our pineal gland that sits in the hollow groove of the left and right brain. Archangel Metatron, the universal golden light, gold with orange light that shines upon us, assisting us in opening our Akashic Records. And we ask the Lords of the Akashic Records, envision your book of life in front of you. This is your soul's vibration that records all your thoughts, words, actions, emotions in all dimensions, timelines, space, and reality. We ask the Lords of the Akashic Records to open our records. Envision our book of life opening with golden light around it. We ask for healing, downloads of informations, messages, clarity, directions, and guidance, protection, empowerment, and courage to make a difference in our life, our world, and in the universe. Thank you for calling us Lords of the Akashic Records. Envision your book of life opening. This is your soul's vibration, connecting us and linking us to our divine blueprints. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. The records are now open. The records are now open. The records are now open. And you can slowly open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you, thank you. So, this is amazing. This is our first week. And you probably received your PDF. And in your PDF, it is written about, the introduction. So, welcome to Akashic Soul Healing. My full name is Maria Teresa Shalsita, but I resonate with Teza. That was given to me by numerologists, my friend. So to start, we just did an Akashic Records meditation to open. So our records are now open. And I want to start by welcoming you. So I've tuned into this on 2008 and had been communicating and have relationships with the Ascended Masters, Archangels, and Angels. And the universal energy that we tap into. So I feel blessed and honored to have you in my life, even though I don't see you. You could also communicate with me and send me pictures of yourself, and this way we can really create this beautiful relationship. And thank you for choosing me as your guide. So in your PDF, it says there what are the Akashic Records, and I'm just gonna go with my own, just going with the flow. So anything that is blurry or not understandable for you, you can email me. Okay, you can ask me questions. So today for this week, I'm going to teach you the guidelines and the procedures. What are the requirements in opening our records? And I ask you to get your journal, to open your journal every day or whatever time you're comfortable. So then you get to know yourself. So this is about getting to know yourself and increasing your knowledge and wisdom by studying your soul's records. So Akashic Records is a Sanskrit word which is 5,000 year old. So Sanskrit words are holy because they are the beginning of our words. Like in the Bible, it was spoken, and the Word was made flesh. So all our words are sacred. So that's why we have to be conscious of how we speak, what words do we choose, and because you are now choosing to purify yourself, so you're going to be a conscious creator in this journey. So Akashic Records are records of all your thoughts, words, emotions, actions in the realm of Akasha. When you listen to other channels and healers, there are teachers that are saying that the Akashic Records is in the crystalline core, the magnetic core of the earth, which holds the vibration of the cosmic consciousness. So that means all of the history, the evolution of the planets and the universe, and our planet Earth is recorded in that field. So when we talk about dimension, it's actually about tuning into that dimension, and you will be attuned to that because as you energetically link into these vibrations, you will be able to tune in to the realm. And there's also channels that are saying the Akashic Records are in the fourth dimension, which is the collective consciousness of humanity. So this is a really comprehensive study. Like in your journey, you will find a lot of information, wisdom, and knowledge. So we want to simplify this to really open you up and heal your wounds in this level. So level 1, the benefits of having an access to your records you'll be able to release that victim consciousness. You know, when you're stuck, you're blocked, why you're not able to create, why you're not feeling successful or happy. So those are the blockages in your current situation. You're actually tapping into the records already. When you're doing your arts, your zone, you're in the zone, right? Like when you're happy, you're dancing, or whatever your creation is all about. That is your Akashic Records. But in this path, this course that we are taking, it is through a sacred prayer that we're going to attune and open our records. So I just want to do some drawings here for you to understand more. There's the Akashic Records. So the Akashic Records is guarded by the Lords of the Akashic Records. So this is us, and this is our records. These are the Lords. So basically, when we ask about our records, we are asking the Lords of the Akashic Records who are guarding and protecting our records. So there's this access of prayer. So when we ask the prayer, and I'm going to teach you that prayer next week. So this week is all about the preparation, the guidelines, and how to create the sacred space and how to understand the records. So the Lords of the Akashic Records protect our records. And when we ask the question, these are the ascended masters, the angels, the spiritual teams and guides that we have around us that intercedes to our records and help us in alignment with our, higher self. So our higher self here wants to manifest in our realm. So basically what we're doing is aligning our higher self into our regular mundane life. So it's like integrating and communicating and getting these messages that we are, we are bigger than what we think we are. So this is a multi-dimensional healing. Okay? So it's really sacred. And this opportunity for us to access our records is an amazing tool for us to evolve and transcend this victim consciousness. So as I told you on the other video about my history, you'll be able to transcend whatever that is blocking you from your highest potential. Okay? So I'm gonna go through the guidelines. And I ask you to print your PDF so then you could sign your sacred contract. So by signing your name, your soul, you agree to honor the teachings and healing method of Akashic Records Level 1 certification under my teachings and Akashic Soul Healing Mystic School, together with the guidance, healings, teachings, and support of the Lords of the Akashic Records, Ascended Masters, Archangels, and Angels, Masters of Light, my higher self, spiritual teams and guides. I now begin this soul journey with my own Akashic Records, and then put the date, and so it is. So as I told you, the benefits of having your Akashic Records access is clearing your fear, unconscious negative beliefs, healing abandonment and victim consciousness, healing your trauma and abuse, clearing separation and sadness, expansion of your awareness, the clarity of your soul's purpose, personal direction, healing unresolved issues and relationships, a deeper sense and relationship with the divine intelligence, a paradigm shift from me to we, spiritual integration, remembering your incarnation and past lives consciously, a blissful and peaceful mind with divine guidance, receiving directions and messages from your spiritual teams and guides, and having relationships with your ascended masters, archangels, and angels. So we're going to talk about the process. So the process is, the first step is to create a sacred space. So creating a sacred space is about, calling in your masters, whoever your masters are, angels, your archangels, your loved ones from other dimension. Light a candle. I do a Palo Santo sage. You sage the room, clean the room, purify. And then you create an intention for the healing. For example, if my intention for the healing is, how can I assist my partner to be at peace, or whatever that intention is, how can I create money or something. And it's very practical, so we're dealing with practical problems. This is not done in unconscious way. This is consciously, directly asking questions and receiving the answers. So set your intention and also set of questions on what you want to ask, because those are the questions that we're going to ask and receive guidance from. And then we're going to say our opening prayer. The opening prayer, I'm going to give you the prayers next week in our course. So when you open your records, you have to be aware of your body, your mind, heart, spirit, your soul, and other beings. So this is like scanning your body. So you're going to write your body, your mind, your heart, your spirit, and then your soul. The other beings are the ones that you called during this session, like when you open your records. So this is done in simple, it's like assessing you're scanning your body, right? You're scanning everything. So for example, if I scan my body, and whatever you're feeling, it could be pain, or if you're having tingling sensation, if you have, if you feel like you're going through detox. Your mind, it's about, is your mind clear? So you could put clear or clarity. You could put confused. And your heart, how does your heart feel? Is it heavy or light? Is it broken? So these are simple, adjectives that will connect you and tune in to this consciousness. And how's your spirit? A lot of students are confused with spirit and soul. The spirit is actually, it's like your signature. Like, are you sad? If you're feeling sad, you feel happy. And the soul is deeper. It's actually about, are you feeling open? Is your soul ready to receive? If your soul is in a receiving mode. And also, I scan the soul when I see a past life. So if you have the vision, the gift of vision, like clairvoyance, you would be able to see a past life. So like while you open your records, you would be able to see a vision of yourself in a different timeline, in a different form. And the other beings are the angels, the masters that you have called. So this is how you're going to scan your system. So that's a big part of the Akashic Records. So when you're opening your records, you see, you create your sacred space, you have your intention and your question ready, and then you say your opening prayer, and then you scan yourself. You scan your body system. Okay? So that's in our procedure. Okay, so in the Akashic Records, we're going to have the prayers, and the portal of opening our records is through a forgiveness prayer. So I created a comprehensive prayer to release and clear all energies that is not of light from all timelines, dimensions, space, and reality. So we're really healing from all these energies that we have accumulated and that our souls had attached to. Okay. So sometimes there is no flow of answers to your question, because sometimes you forget to say your prayer. So when you say your forgiveness prayer, that will help you release this interference. So take notes and insights that come. They are communicating with you. So most students, when they're doing it at their first time opening their records, they feel like it's not the messengers that are giving the messages. They feel like it's their own mind. But of course, it's your mind that's receiving the messages, because this is the tool to receive the message. But the only difference in this case is you have opened your records, you have said your prayer to the Lords of the Akashic Records. So bear in mind that you might feel that's the ego that's doubting. So you just have to recognize that it's okay. It's don't listen to your ego. Let go. This is all about surrendering, trust, and have faith. So release your judgments, your ego telling you who do you think you are, you're not good enough, why do you think you're receiving messages. Just release these judgments when you're opening your records. And now, how to clear. If you need healing in some areas, use clear method for integration. I received this acronym, which is CLEAR, which is about consciousness, love, energy, awareness, and release. So when you're checking your consciousness, check your vibration or your emotion. If you're feeling angry, you're worried, you have doubts, you have fear, this is an indication that your vibration is low. That means there's high and low, right? The high vibrations are about love, peace, enlightenment. There's a really good book that you could read, which is Power versus Force by Dr. David Hawkins. Dr. David Hawkins, which is an amazing book that has the map of consciousness. And in this map, you would see what the different calibration of our emotions are. Like the lowest level of our consciousness is about shame. And the emotion that we're feeling is humiliation. And the process is elimination. So this is an amazing book that is really clear on helping us deal with our emotions and see how we are in our vibration. So I'm going to also teach you about energy and vibration and our consciousness. Okay. So everything is energy, as you probably know already, because you've attracted the Akashic Records. So that means your energy is in a high frequency, because Akashic is really a deep healing of your soul. So everything is energy. So vibration is our gauge to see if we're transcending our fear, if we are on a high level of vibration or low. So there is no negative, or there is no right or wrong. It just is. It's a continuum. So that means if we're angry, we are vibrating in the low vibration of the low density of our emotion. And if we have the courage, we are vibrating with changes, like when you have courage, you're brave, right? You want to change your life. So if we have love, we're vibrating in a higher frequency. So this is how you would recognize how you're carrying your emotions or your life. And it is very important that you are aware of your consciousness. So that's where clearing is important. So then we always clear our field. So this is consciousness, clear. And when we feel our consciousness is low, or we're having some conflict with other people, with family members, so our consciousness definitely is in separation, right? So that's when you bring in the energy of love to yourself or to the situation. And also when you bring in the energy of love, you become aware. So that's the awareness. And you release those emotions that are not helping you. For example, you receive a letter from a sister-in-law or a sister that is not really helping you. It's really critical or judgmental of her to talk to you that way. It's not very, there is no respect. It's really just an angry letter. So that consciousness that you've tapped into, because everything is about vibration. So whatever you're carrying you are the magnet. So in a situation like that, your sister, for example, this is your sister and this is you. You're actually magnetize that in your situation, because unconsciously you are carrying that kind of emotion. So this situation is asking you to heal and transcend the lower vibration. How can you transcend the lower vibration? Is by becoming conscious of the situation and bringing in the energy of love. And this awareness is also to release the emotions that are not necessary, that are not helping you to ascend. So this is a kind of healing that we're gonna go through, and I'm going to help you understand how we can transcend this kind of situations in our life. So we are transcending our victim consciousness. Okay. So I'm just going with the flow and see how I'm going to be able to help you with your records. So it's always important to be present. So before you do your Akashic Records, you remember to be in a sacred space. So of course you're not going to open your records if you are angry or whatever lower vibrations you're holding. You don't need that. So create a sacred space. By creating a sacred space, you know that you are in the space of grace, of forgiveness. So don't be afraid, no judgments, and don't resist the flow. So this is really important in your opening your records. And when you're finished, you close the records with a closing prayer and thank the masters for assistance and guidance. So when you open the records, remember the steps, the procedure is create a sacred space. You have your intention and your questions ready. Now say the opening prayer, which I will give you next week. Then do your scan, your body, mind, heart, spirit, and soul, and other beings. That is helping you to tune in to your system on what's going on with your body, your mind, heart, spirit, and soul. And then say the forgiveness and the release prayer that I'm going to hand to you. And you're ready to be journaling with your records by next week. Okay, so the guidelines. We'll talk about the guidelines. So when we're doing the records, I just want to emphasize that you cannot have alcohol or drugs, that recreational drugs, while you're opening your records. So when you're opening your records, you are fully conscious, not closed eyes. So you do your meditation first, just like what we did earlier. Do that, and then open your eyes and start scanning and asking a question, because to avoid trans-channeling. Edgar Cayce is actually one of the most amazing healer, which tap into the records. So I recommend that you could do some readings on other Akashic Records books. There's a lot. Like Linda Howe is a beautiful writer. We have, I will show you next week on my collection of Akashic Records book. And I also have the book of the Keys of Enoch, which is really the book of knowledge. It is an amazing channeled book. Look at that ascended masters, and it's just full of information, but this is more comprehensive. So when you're starting, you probably will just need more simple books. Okay, so when we're opening our records, we're using our current legal name. So it is the name that you use in your license or passport, not your nickname, okay? And make sure that you are in the space of grace. I'm just getting comfortable here. So then you create your intention, your questions, you prepare that. And also, very important is grounding. Ground yourself after opening your records. Drink a lot of fluids. Go in nature. Walk in nature. Okay. And be honest with yourself, even if the information that you receive is not the one that you want to hear, So don't teach this without a proper training. So there's levels of Akashic Records. The level 2 is about reading another person. I'm not sure if I could teach that online because you need another person. So we'll see how it goes. So level 1 is accessing your own records, and level 2 is being able to read another person. And I teach that here in Vancouver. And also the guidelines, you scan your body, mind, heart, spirit, and soul, and then you ask for protection when opening your records, of course. So that's the basic rule. Now I could give you a simple recap of how to open your records. So first is sacred space. So create your sacred space. That's the number one. And then you ask your question, you prepare your questions and intention on what you want to have in this healing. For example, if you're unable to manifest money, or how you're going to expand your business, these are really practical questions that you can use, you know. So when you do that, you ask question and intention. That's your number. Third is the opening prayer. Okay. And fourth is the scanning. You scan your body, mind, heart, spirit, and soul. And then after you scan, you go to, you ask the question, and then you're going to receive an answer. So basically you're going to receive answers here to your questions. And then number 6 is healing. I'm going to teach you how to heal yourself, like cutting the cords, you know, with the masters and the ascended masters. And number 7 is closing your records. Very important to close your records. So every time you open, you close your records. You don't leave it open, or else you're going to be feeling sick or lightheaded. Okay, so these are the main steps in our opening of the records. So creating a sacred space, asking your question and intention, preparing that. Now opening your prayer, and then you're scanning your body, mind, heart, spirit, and soul, your other beings. Then you start asking your question and you journal with it. And then I will teach you the healing method that I do to help you with your blockages. And you close your records. By closing your records, everything is sealed. So always close the records when you open. And that's our session for the week. So that's a lot of information, but basically what we did is the guidelines and the procedure before we open our records. So this is the week for preparation. So really spend some time with yourself. Start journaling on what's going on. Like if you're having vivid dreams, usually you're going to have some dreams that are metaphors for you. And anything that is unusual or what's going on with your relationships, journal, write it down every day, spend some time with yourself, create a sacred space. And by next week, I'm going to give you the codes and the keys, the prayers that will open your records. And then the third week, we will do healing methods and more practice. So this is an amazing journey, and thank you so much. So we're going to close the records in a simple meditation. So when you're closing your records, you become grateful and, you know, thank the masters that have come to assist us. Okay, close your eyes. We thank all the ascended masters, archangels and angels, our higher selves, our body, Deva spirit, the elementals, the crystals, devas, the goddesses, our loved ones, our ancestors in other dimensions, Lords of the Akashic Records, thank you, thank you, thank you for this healing, downloads of informations and messages. Thank you. Now envision the book of life, your book of life in front of you closing. Feel that in your crown chakra. The records are now closed. The records are now closed. The records are now closed. Thank you. Thank you so much, beautiful angels, and I will see you next week. Take care. Blessings of miracles. Namaste.